Hey guys, welcome to Isaiah's Reviews, and today I'll be reviewing the Beboncool Bluetooth Gamepad for your Android device. I'm going to comb this box over. If you got to pause it to look at something, go ahead. I may move quick, but just know there's a pause button there. It'll support Android 3.2 and above. It's got Bluetooth. It'll get you within 19 feet of your device, so I think it's running like Bluetooth 3 point something or another. It's an older Bluetooth, but I didn't notice any delay. It's got a built-in lithium battery. It's 400 milliamp battery in there. It'll get you like 5 to 6 hours or so. Takes a couple hours to charge it. And there is an automatic shut-off thing on it too if you quit playing for a while, so it doesn't drain it down. All right, there it is in your hands. You notice it kind of looks like an Xbox controller, sort of. It actually has a QC thing, so that's awesome. And here's the thing, if you want to get into their reviewer program, that's in the box as well. And also it has a guarantee with it, which is pretty decent for this. I mean, you're looking at under $30. To me, that's kind of insane. But if you need to pause this through this manual here so you can see the button layouts and things like that, feel free to go ahead. I'm just going to kind of shoot through a bunch of information while we're looking at this stuff. You can also connect this thing directly to your computer through the cable that's included, which we'll look at here shortly. And you don't have to download any kind of drivers. You just plug and play and go. That's nice. So if you're out and about on a laptop, you can transition from mobile to laptop, which is kind of mobile too with the cable, so that's awesome. The cable itself is pretty long. I mean, it's a very long, durable cable. It's shielded there at the end. See that magnetic shield there? That's a plus. I was kind of surprised at the price, being in the 20s, that it would come with this heavy duty of a cable, but it did. All right, so here is the controller. You'll notice that it has a lock wheel on the top, so you can loosen it there, and you bring it up to put your phone in there, and you can lock it back down again, so it's not going to tilt over or fall over on its own, which is nice, and it's pretty sturdy. It's in there pretty good. I was kind of surprised by how well that locked into place. There's where you'll charge your device, and it'll take a couple hours to charge it completely. Like I said earlier, it's 400 milliamp battery, and there's your indication light. That'll go off when it's charged. All right, so you want to download this Beboncool app. It's on your Google Marketplace. To pair, first off, you'll hold X and home down together, and you'll notice it pop up, and you just select it, and you're in there. I mean, it's pretty simple and easy. And now we're going to open the app itself, and I noticed this popped up. It says Samsung Electronics. I don't know if this is something to do with Samsung or this came with Beboncool, but I went ahead and downloaded it anyway. It said I could optimize my gameplay and maximize the quality, so I went ahead and did that too. So Game Tuner, you might want to download that with it if it doesn't automatically pop up whenever you download Beboncool. All right, so you can hold the home button down for like 5 seconds. It'll cut off. It's just shut off. That's how you shut it off. And then now let's hold it down for like 2 or 3 seconds, and we'll see it start to blink. And it'll automatically connect back to your device, which is nice. I really like that because you don't ever have to fiddle with it again once you sync it up for the first time. So now you can navigate through your device from the controller and select and open your file or game or whatever with A, and that comes in handy whenever you're using VR. You can use VR with it, and if you forget how to do something, it's on the back of the controller itself, how to initially get it up and going, so if you ever forget. And also those switches back there feel pretty good. They kind of got a good spring into them, and they feel really nice. But here's the Beboncool app itself. There's your host of games that they have, which is a lot of them. I mean, I was surprised by how many they had. They had it laid out really well. But yeah, you kind of got a little hub there for where you can find your games that you've downloaded and look for other ones. And you can also hit the question mark up there, and it will pull up some information about your device, so you can always go back and look at the manual and look at some stuff, even get to the YouTube that they have right there. So that was really nice too if you ever get in a pinch and you need to really look up something. But there you'll notice, look, foreign writing. I saw it. All right, then you can search stuff. That's a nice touch, right? You want to search a game, of course. Thank God that's there, right? And what I'm going to do is search World of Tanks. I just put in World, and I wanted to see what would pop up with that. And we do get a host of games, a little over half a dozen or so. And in World of Tanks is at the bottom. It says I can open it from there, so that's nice. And here's a first-person shooter. I'm going to test this out and see if everything works right. My zoom worked, the shooting works, the jump, the crouch. Everything worked just as it should, and I didn't have to do anything. It automatically knew I was on a gamepad versus using my fingers to control this guy around. Now I'm going to try World of Tanks. Give this a shot. I had to touch stuff on the screen. It just didn't want to let me Switch America or whatever on the beginning. In the tutorial, I had to use my fingers, but after that, I was able to use the gamepad. So that's a plus. So if you want to play this with a gamepad, just know you have to use your fingers for a little bit. But I was able to use the gamepad, and everything worked well. I was a little worried at first, but everything turned out well, and I was able to zoom as well. So everything worked just as it should. All right, so now I'm going to try a GT Racing 2. I wanted to see this because it does give you, let you know on the gamepad, like what, if you're using a controller, what does what, and I wanted to make sure I could zoom in and out and move around the car and move all the car stuff that I need to, like the emergency brake, the brake, and all that good stuff. And I was able to do it with the gamepad, and I didn't have to go in there and manually do anything. It just picked it up and noticed it, that I had a controller, and just allowed me to do everything like normal. And then, like I said, you want to hold it down, power it off, and that's it. You're done. All right, so this is me putting on a case. I put on an OtterBox Spigen, whatever it's called, thicker case, and it just doesn't work with it. You're going to end up losing your device. It fell out kind of easy. Get by with a skin, like a thin gel skin. That's what I had on it to begin with. So I'm putting it in right now, and that works just fine. You'll see the gap in the lip. It's able to hold it in there, but you're not going to be able to get a thicker case in there at all. And it does hold it pretty firm. It's got some rubber pads in there. Now here it is, a comparison with the Xbox Elite controller, which is my favorite controller ever made. You'll notice the grips, and when you relax, your thumbs actually touch together, so you have to maneuver your hands down, which may cramp them up a little bit, depending on how you play, but just know you got to move them down, resituate yourself based on what you would normally play it on an Xbox controller or something like that. But yeah, this has been the Beboncool gamepad for Android. For the money, I don't think you can go wrong because you're really getting a good bang for the buck. I was actually surprised it was so cheap. And the website's laid out. I think you can get up with them. The customer support seems to be there. And the warranty's good, too. So, yep, Beboncool Android gamepad, under $30. See ya.